Hello everyone and welcome back to another custom die-cast review. Today we got old Kurt Busch boy. This is my first legitimate custom for Gen 7. I figured I'd take it a little easy until I actually kind of learned how to properly scale and decal these cars. Because believe it or not, the templates and the sizes of the cars are a lot different than just Gen 6. So we're going to have to get used to that here, hopefully, because this one was a little off. So like the left side is fine, but I think the right side is off a little bit. So I do have to practice a little bit more. Now I have made a Gen 7 custom before. It was his brother, Kyle Busch. I believe it was the patriotic paint scheme. Now, the template didn't really line up very well, just as it was. And not only that, it wasn't really like a custom I was trying to do good on. I was just kind of throwing it together, trying to get a general idea for the Gen 7 cars. But this is my first legitimate one. I have not done Ford yet, and I have not done the Camaros yet either. So eventually I'm going to get those done. I don't remember which car I made this into. I think I actually stripped out the Kyle Busch one and then turned this into Kurt Busch. But I've still got plenty of the Gen 7 donor cars to make into custom, so we'll get to that here very shortly. Don't you worry about that. But this is just his Monster Energy scheme. You know, nothing crazy. I did do the 2021 edition, the 2020 edition, and the 2019 edition as well. I even plan to make a alternate, like, it's like a white version of this car, so we should get that made here a little later on. But nonetheless, let's go and get onto the hood. Now, this is one of the harder customs because my printer does not print out a black. It prints out more of like a dark brown, so I had to go over the entire car with a Sharpie and then color the entire scheme, the entire thing. So you can see right there on the middle line, there's a little bit of Sharpie I just kind of got a little sloppy with. So yeah, if you see stuff like that, that is why, because it just looked like a dark brown monster car, which is not how it looks at all. And not to mention, the decals did not line up a lot. You can see where they kind of split off right there, like on the corner. So because of that, I had to color the whole car, or it would not have looked very good. It would have been a black base with a dark brown, hood decal, and it would not have looked good whatsoever. So I had to go over the entire decal and just paint it again, or color it in again. I had to do the same thing with the Ty Gibbs car too. So any templates that I print out and I have to have black on it, it kind of sucks because I have to manually color that entire decal in order to have it black. So I got to do what I got to do, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But I got the Monster Energy logo there. Kurt Busch, this is a terrible banner I printed out. Now, I did make that little vent myself. I put in those dots, I put in that light gray, I put in that black. Now, I think this vent is way too big, and the banner is too big, so I still have to kind of downsize, but I'm not selling this custom. This custom is going to be used for the Little Wrangler Cup Series, so I'm not really too worried about how the banner is. I'm just trying to get a feel for the banners, too. Got the 45 right there, Monster Energy around that as well, or on the back. Kurt Busch on the rear name banner. I did mess up a little bit while drilling the bottom of the car. Again, this is the first ever one I've drilled into. And it kind of slipped a little bit, and it kind of got that rear windshield, so yeah, that's kind of a yikes. I've done that on a couple of these now. Got Monster Energy right there. Of course, got the little Monster Energy M on the left side. Right here on the back, we got Monster Energy Toyota. Then we got the diffuser down there. Got Toyota Camry up top. Of course, you got the tail lights, which do not reach around the side, might I add. They got the little Monster logo over there. Over here to the side, again, got terrible tail lights. They do not match whatsoever. This was the side that was super off. You can see with the money line down here, this entire thing was off. But on this side, it was nowhere near as off. So, like, I mean, it was a little off down here. So I'm still trying to get... It's going to be hard doing these templates. I mean, it really is. So I'm going to have to be careful with how I make my customs. So I got Monster right there. Monster Energy, more than like it. Looks like I actually covered up the Y, so, you know, there's that. Money line, got the McDonald's logo there. I got the Michael Jordan logo there as well. Kurt Busch, got the Toyota 2311 Racing, and Mac Tools, it looks like there. Got the bottom down here, which has, of course, the little vent down there. It looks like I did not do a very good job of wrapping that either. So again, I really have to kind of get used to these Gen 7 cars. It might take me a minute. I'm not going to lie. It might kind of take me a little bit to get there, but I might get there one day. We'll have to see. Got the 45 right there. Goodyear right there as well with the Goodyear tires. And then the front end is what really didn't line up. So I really got to get this fixed. I got to figure out what's going on there. So I got the 45 Sunoco. Again, this whole front end is just super shifted. So I think I have to print it a little higher, but it's really hard to tell with a black car because, I mean, it was just, trust me, it was difficult. So I have to probably stretch out the front end a little more. Like I have to just make it taller, I guess. And then maybe I might have to kind of stretch it out a little more, or maybe not stretch it out as much. It looks like I have to make it longer by just a smidge, and then have to make it up, or make it higher up a little bit more too. So nonetheless, yeah, I mean, I didn't do a fantastic job, but I tried to, again, just trying to get a feel for how these Gen 7 cars are actually made, because they are different. Now, if I give you a 2020, or aka a Gen 6 paint scheme here, I made this. I mean, it's still not perfect, but I mean, a lot of things line up so much better than what they do on a Gen 7, just because I'm not really used to, you know, doing that decal. Also, there's a sneak peek for a custom diecast review coming later on. Now, I actually did that one a couple years back, and I used like the white, or the clear back decal instead of the white one. And I was using my old printer, so yeah, didn't do very good. So I had to strip it apart and then remake it. That way I could have a decent Acronis car for my collection. But nonetheless, I do feel bad for Kurt Busch for obvious reasons. He got a win this year, put him into the playoffs. He got the concussion at Pocono. Practice, just practice, and then it kind of screwed up his, you know, playoff waiver. Or he was given a playoff waiver, and then it kind of screwed up the playoffs because he still could not make it. Ty Gibbs drove the 45 for a little bit. Now Bubba Wallace is in the 45, I believe. Ty Gibbs is in the 23 now. It's a very weird back and forth, but I understand because Bubba can compete for not driver points, but team points or something like that. They have a different point system, which I didn't even know about until recently, thanks to Eric Estep, but yeah, so of course Bubba's eligible for that, and Ty Gibbs was not. Anyway, I got interrupted. I don't remember what I was talking about. I know I was talking about Kurt Busch had the playoff that he missed, and he had the concussion at Pocono just in practice and all that stuff. But either way, I do kind of wish Kurt came back for the playoffs. That would have been a pretty cool thing to see. But I don't know. I just hope Kurt can kind of get a more speedy recovery. No pun intended with it being NASCAR. But, you know, I definitely got to work on my my decals. And I got to work on a few things. And hopefully Kurt Busch will kind of come back within, you know, maybe a couple weeks. I don't know if... I mean, I feel like he should set out the rest of the season just for a recovery standpoint. Just, you know, just to be safe. But, I mean, I don't know. Because I do want him to come back next year, because he said maybe this year might be his last year. We don't know if he's going to stay that way. He could pull an Almirola and come back, or, you know, we don't know just yet. But nonetheless, I do hope to see Kurt Busch for at least one more full-time season in the Cup Series. But that being said, I do believe that'll be all for this custom diecast review. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video.